Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the WTV Live Network for A-4 District Volleyball. Westside Warriors versus the Kearney Bearcats. A-4 District. Last night, Kearney beat Omaha Bryan to advance to the next round. They're now here at Westside after a long drive, and they're ready for some volleyball action. And in the A-4 District, you guys can see on your screen, on the bracket on the screen, you can see last night Kearney beat Omaha Bryan. They're now here to play Westside. And as this game starts, Omaha Central versus Gretna will be playing as well. And they are the team that the winner of this game that you'll see here is who will play tomorrow.
That's correct. The game will be here at Westside. They are the #1 seed in the A-4 district, so they will host tonight. And if they win tonight against Kearney, they will play and host tomorrow night against the winner of that match between Central and Gretna.
And if we go on, we'll talk a little bit more about this Westside versus Kearney game. Kearney has some really good players. They have a couple of great players up front, couple blockers, couple attackers. If we take a look at their leading killer attack offense this year, Sophie Vanderbeek, Paige Milan, those are the two to watch out for tonight. They have 209, 194 kills. They're really the heart and soul of this Kearney offense.
Yeah, Sophie Vanderbeek, only a junior. She is second in Class A in blocks. She's one of the most dominant figures up there at the net, and the Warriors are going to have some real trouble with her when she's up front. Remember that name, Sophie Vanderbeek. She is number 22, only a junior, but she is the power up front for this Kearney Bearcat team.
And if you take a look on the bottom of that graphic on your screen, you'll see Avery Franzen. She is just coming off an injury. She has been out pretty much all year. And if you see 276 kills last season, if Kearney needs to look at her, they might go to her. She hasn't gotten a ton playing time yet this year. She played a little bit last night in the Kearney versus Bryan game, but expect to see mostly Sophie Vanderbeek, maybe a little bit of Avery Franzen.
Yeah, everybody wants to give their best effort here at the end of the season. For Kearney, they don't have any chance for a wild card, so they need to beat Westside to stay alive in this district play. Westside is in a different situation because their record of 23-10, they are number 4 in the wild card standings. So with a loss in districts, Westside always could backdoor into the state tournament as a wild card.
And you mentioned those wild card spots. There's a lot of teams in the state looking for that wild card if they do get eliminated from districts. So if you're a team here, you do not want to have to rely on a wild card spot to continue your season. So every team in district is going to be competing their heart out like it's their last game possibly this season.
Yeah, it really is. There are 7 district champions and only 1 wild card, so if one of those top 7 teams gets upset, it's going to be interesting to see who gets the wild card out of those top-ranked teams in the state. And that's why what is possibly an interesting matchup tomorrow night should Westside play Gretna. Gretna took Westside to 5 sets last week in the district tournament in the quarterfinals here at Westside and almost upset the Warriors. So this is a tough district for Westside. They got to get over their first hurdle tonight against Kearney, and then they can think about the next round of the finals.
And then if you take a look at Westside's team, they got a couple of great players up front, as we'll get that graphic on the screen. Westside, the #1 seed in this district here this year, they got some really good players up front. Ashlyn Paymal, Madeline Lamb, Tatum Godinez, the 3 stars you'll see them, Westside and Coach Worley, go to all night.
Yeah, absolutely. Isabella Lamb, she's the most accurate hitter on the team. Ashlyn Paymal leads the team in kills. Peyton Meyer is injured. She had led the team in assists, but she's out with an injury. Eleanor Breslin leads the team in aces. But I tell you, the strength of this Westside team is the up front. In blocks, they have 3 players who are ranked in the top 17 in blocks. McKenna Ferguson, Ashlyn Paymal, and Isabella Lamb all rank in the top 17, with Ferguson leading the team with 82 blocks. So that tall front line is going to help the Warriors tonight and through this postseason tournament.
And you go back to the loaded lineup, Ross, and is that I don't think that was necessarily something we were expecting coming into this year.
Oh,
Westside lost a ton of starters last year, the entire starting lineup. So you have to give huge credit to Coach Andrew Worley building up this team as quick as he did.
Here's the team. Here's the way this team has played this season. They struggled at the start of the season. They lost in an exhibition match against the top team in Class B, Omaha Scud, who's also ranked number 2 in the entire state. But then they had a little up and down, little inconsistency. But they got better. And then on September 26th, Westside, since that date, Westside has a record of 15-3. And the only losses that Westside has lost to are the top 3 teams in the state, Papio South and Lincoln East and Lincoln Southwest, which was in the Westside Invitational, which was very competitive about 2 weeks ago here at Westside. So Lincoln East and Lincoln Southwest were the 2 teams that recently beat them. And, of course, Papillion in the Metro Tournament, in the championship game of the Metro Tournament. But right now, we're going to go to our public address announcer for the starting lineups.
This time we'd ask you to please rise and remove cover as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. Let's meet the starters for the Kearney Bearcats. A senior number 2, Paige Myland. A senior number 10, Avery Franson. A senior number 15, Holly Clark. A junior number 22, Sophie Vanderbeek. A sophomore number 23, Sophie Plant. A senior number 28, Addie Elbrecht. And libero, a sophomore number 17, Sadie Blue. Bearcats are coached by head coach Tyson Anderson, assisted by Julie Lewis, Emma Ellen, Cecilia Bean, Addie Wood, and Jenny Brown.
go. The starting lineups for the Westside Warriors, the Kearney Bearcats. We're just moments away here from some Westside A-4 district volleyball action. When we come back, we'll have the first set. Welcome back here on the WTV Live Network. I'm Zach Kastrick. I'm joined alongside me, Jernstrom. We are just seconds away here from A4 District semifinals. The Westside Warriors, the Kearney Bearcats. We're expecting a good one here.
It is the start of a second season. Everybody's 0-0 because it's based on district tournament play. Everybody's trying to get to Lincoln to play at Pinnacle Bank Arena for the state volleyball tournament next week. Starts on Wednesday for Class A, and this is it. Everybody wants to be there, and the way to get there is to win your district tournament, and that's what the Warriors are going to try to do tonight against Kearney.
Back for the very first serve of the district tournament for Westside, Eleanor Brislin. She leads that team in aces, as you mentioned before, Ross. This is exactly who you want to start off if you're the Warriors. Serve from Eleanor. Hit up. There's Paige Mallon. And that one will go out of bounds. That's off Catherine Gaughan's hands. Kearney will start out on top.
And I tell you, the player you notice right away up front for Kearney is Sophie Vanderbeek, number 22. She is one tall young lady.
The serve from Paige Mallon is up. Dug up by the Warriors. Just dug too far. 3-point there for Kearney. Hit up to the net. Kearney's up 2-0 early.
Yeah, Andrew Worley just having a few words with his front line. Get ready up there in front. Kearney's ready.
Serve from Paige Mallon. It's kept up by the Warriors. There's Tatum Godinez in the middle. Off a couple of Kearney Bearcats and down. Westside cuts the lead down to 1 now. The big thing for the Warriors is that good start. They always struggle if they get down early, so Westside's got to keep the sets close. Serve from Carrington Snyder, and that one's right off Paige Mallon and out of bounds. Good serve from Carrington Snyder.
Carrington Snyder, only a freshman, 5'7", but she has that kind of a line drive serve, just barely gets over the net, and it's very difficult to handle. She has been moved up, and she's doing a great job.
Snyder serves, kept up by the Bearcats, over to, and that one's hit straight into the net. Sophie Glant can't get it over. Westside will take the lead now here early in set number 1. Snyder back to serve. She's been recently called up to varsity after Westside lost their setter for the year due to an ACL injury. Mullen has to toss it over, and Snyder does her best to keep that one up, but she can't. Kearney will tie this game back up.
Warriors just need to be patient now, just not let Kearney get away from them. Keep it close. Remember, this is best out of 5, so you got to win 3 sets.
Back to serve for the Bearcats. Sadie Luke, the libero on this team. That one's set by Snyder to Paymau. She tosses it over. Perfect spot to land that one. Up against the line, 4-3 Westside.
Yeah, Ashlyn just noticed there was an open spot on the court. She hit it in that back row in that open space. She is the Creighton recruit headed to the Blue Jays next year after her senior year.
Godinez serve, that's tossed over to Phaser, but that one's not able to get down. Avery Franzen, the one that just came off an injury, she's just getting back into the swing of things for these Bearcats. Godinez serve for the Warriors, up 5-3. Franzen gets her hand on that one. Kearney's able to toss it over after a good save. Snyder will set it to Lamb, and that's a good kill. There's Madeline Lamb. Westside now doubles Kearney's score, 6-3. Godinez once again back to serve. Line drive serve straight to Malin. And that's over to Glant. And Glant sails that one out of bounds.
Good decision by the Warriors to let that one go by. Just kind of sailed past those front two lines of the Warriors, and Westside still serving.
Haven't seen any of Sophie Vanderbeek yet in this game, Ross. Kind of surprising. Godinez's serve. It's kept up. That's tossed over. Good tip shot. Addie Helmbrecht. Good, smart play there from her, just tossing it over the net. Westside's lead down to 3 now.
Yeah, Vanderbeek came out for the very start of the match and had a couple kills, but now she's back on the bench.
Serve for the Bearcats. One's kept up by the Warriors. Snyder sets it to Paymal in the middle. She toss it over. Set, there's Franzer over in the corner, and off Kubat's hands and out of bounds. There's Avery Franzen. She's that person coming off injury, and she's looking good here early in set number 1.
I'll tell you, Kearney's not going away. They're staying tough, and they know that everything's on the line tonight for them.
Lydia Nippling back to serve for the Kearney Bearcats. Her serve straight at Lamb. She keeps it up. Set by Snyder to Paymal in the middle. And there's that powerful middle. Ashlyn Paymal brings the Warriors lead back up to 4.
Yeah, that front line for Westside, very tough when Ashlyn's up there, and she's just that best all-around player on this team. She can do it all.
And there she is. She's back to serve for the Warriors. And that one's off the back line. Malin tosses it to her teammate, and it's out of bounds. Ashlyn Paymal gets an ace.
And Westside equals their biggest lead of the match. 4 points, 9-5 now.
Paymal will continue serving for the Warriors. She's headed to Creighton in 2 years. Franzen keeps that one up. That one's set in the middle. Good kill there from Addie Helmbrecht. Strong, powerful arm in the middle.
Yeah, that was a great kill right there by Kearney. No way the Warriors were going to get that one. Ashlyn tried to get it up, but not enough.
Back to serve for the Bearcats. Jamie Wilkins, kept up by Godinez. Snyder sets it to Lamb. Good save there by the Bearcats. That's set over to Malin. Blocked by the Warriors. Malin once again for the Bearcats, and that's off Snyder's hands and down. Kearney snaps the lead down to 2.
You know, it's a 3-hour trip from Kearney, and they've got some fans here, about 50 of them, cheering on because they know this could be the last match for the girls on this team.
There's a serve for the Bearcats, and that one sails out of bounds. Service air for the Warriors.
That was out by about a foot, but good decision by the Warriors to let that one go. So the Warriors go back up by 3.
Back to serve now will be Catherine Gahn as she just checked into the game. Gahn serve for the Warriors. That's kept up by the Bearcats. And there's Malin on the far side. And she's blocked down. Point Warriors.
And that is the strength of this Warrior team, is the blocks. They have 3 Warriors ranked in the top 17 in the state in Class A, and they're all very good up at that net.
There's a serve for the Warriors that's kept up by the Bearcats. And in the middle, Helmbrecht. And that's off the block and out of bounds. The Warriors lead down to 3.
Good block by the Warriors. Just went out of bounds just a little bit. But now point to Kearney, and they'll serve. Westside still maintaining that 3-point lead.
Back to serve for the Bearcats. It's Keely Cron. Kept up by the Warriors. Snyder sets it to Lamb, and she sails that one off the left side. Warriors lead down to 2 now.
It looked like it might have been a touch there by Kearney, but the officials ruled no one touched it, so Kearney's still serving.
Serve there for Kearney, kept up by Godinez. Snyder sets it to Brislin in the middle. Off the block, stays up on the net. That's tossed over. Free chance here for the Warriors. Snyder will set it to Brislin, and that's off the top of her hand. Chance for Kearney. There's Mullen on the far side. And off go Dinez's hands out of bounds. The Warriors lead is down to just one now.
Well, I'll tell you what, Kearney's been impressive here in these opening minutes of this match. They have closed the gap to one now. They can tie it up here.
Continuing the serve, Keely Cron. Cron's serve is kept up. Lamb in the middle. Ball's racing, Kearney's racing. Kearney will get it over after it falls towards the bleachers. Snyder sets it to Lamb in the middle and off the blocker, out of bounds. Point will go to Westside.
Great shot by Lamb there. Nice kill. Went off the block and out of bounds. So Westside maintains the lead, goes up by 2.
Number 17, serving number 9, Lamb.
Back to serve. Madeline Lamb for the Warriors. Her serve is kept up by Mallon. It's set in the middle for Vanderbeek, off the block and racing. Kearney's able to keep it alive. Set by Kubat. There's Godinez, and off the tip, blockers down. Warriors lead is 1.
I'll tell you what, that ball just stayed in and allowed them to continue to maintain possession, and now Kearney will serve and they can tie it back up again.
Back to serve for the Bearcats, Hallie Clark. Warriors lead down to just 1 now. That's kept up by Kubat. Snyder sets it for Lamb in the middle. Off the block and down. Westside's lead back up to 2.
Kearney's hanging in there, but Westside still maintains the lead. They go back up by 2, and their best server is up right now, Eleanor Breslin.
Breslin serve. It's a line drive straight at the libero, and that's down. Big, strong kill there, but we'll get a net violation as she fell into the net on that kill. Westside's lead up to 3.
Kind of remind you what happened to Wisconsin against Nebraska on Saturday night. Net violation, that gave Westside, or Nebraska, that match in Lincoln.
Breslin serve, that's a high floater. Kept up though, Vanderbeek tosses it over. Set over to Godinez. Kearney keeps it alive. Over to Mullen, she throws it to the other side. That's kept up by Snyder. And Paymau's kill is kept up once again. Here goes a long rally. And there it is, Kearney will get the point. Helmbrecht will toss it down. That was a long rally, but Kearney will get the point.
Yeah, just an ill-advised dig right there for the Warriors. The ball just sailed over the net instead of for a set, and Kearney still keeping close here, only a 2-point margin.
Mallon serve for the Bearcats. That's kept up by Land, racing over to keep it up. Paymau, far shot kept up by Franzen, tossed right back to her. Tip shot, set by Kubat, over to Paymau, and off the blocker and out. Good, smart play there from Paymau to play it off the blockers.
I'll tell you what, that was just a great set by Kubat. She went all the way across the court where Ashlyn Paymau was already positioned, and she set it there, and that was the perfect place to get it to Ashlyn for the kill.
Back to serve, that's Snyder. It's kept up by the Bearcats. There's Franzen on the far side, and that one will sail. Catches the back line. Ross, from here, that one looked out, but
that
the
was
ref
close.
was on top of it.
That was close. A couple gals off the west side bench kind of jumped up like they thought it was out, but it was very close. The officials ruled it was in, so it's now Kearney's serve here. No, oh, did they overrule it?
Looks like the chair referee overruled that. Westside will get the point and continue to serve. Good serve there from Vanderbeek, tosses it off Lamb's hands and out of bounds. Westside's lead down to 3 now.
Yeah, you don't see that very often where the officials will overrule a side judge.
From here, it looked like that one was out of bounds, so I'm thinking that was the good call, Ross.
So do I. Okay, so we'll see if Kearney keeps it close here.
Sadie Luke serve down by 3. Into the back row. That's set by Snyder. And Paymau is off the block. Good, strong block up front. Helmbrecht is up front. She'll get the block on that one. That's the only way you're going to stop Westside's front line.
Well, that was a great block by Kearney.
Luke once again back to serve. Westside's lead down to 2. Serve from Luke. Snyder will set it to Godinez on the far side. Tip shot kept up. A little bit of miscommunication. Warriors set it to Paymao. Off the blockers, we're going to get a double touch into the net. Point Warriors now 18-14.
I tell you what, Ashland knows how to do those little touches just to get over the net, and that confuses the Kearney players up front. Not able to get it back.
Godinez back to serve. Line drive serve catches the top of the net. That's set in the middle to Helmbrecht. And good tip shot there from Addie Helmbrecht. Point Bearcats lead down to 2.
Yeah, Kubat leaped for it, just couldn't get it. Kind of in that dead space right in the middle. And it was a good placement there for Kearney, and Kearney's not going away. Still down by just 2.
Back to serve now. Lydia Nippling. Nippling serve. That's sailing the back row, kept up by Kubat. Lamb will set it to Ferguson on the far side. Mallon will set it over. Tossed over by Helmbrecht. Paymao to Snyder. Lamb on the close side. Off the blocker, she keeps it alive. Paymao on the far side now. And she'll get the kill there. Off the blocker and down.
That's Westside volleyball right there. The way they work the ball around to Ashland, and she's their best player for kills, leads the team. And they want to get the ball to her, and that time they did. Goes up by 3 now.
There's Paymao on the serve. Floater shot kept up by the Bearcats. That's set in the middle to Helmbrecht. Good powerful kill from the middle, Helmbrecht there.
I tell you, Helmbrecht, she's got some power up there up front. Kearney's still only down by 2.
Jamie Wilkins will check in for Franzen, and she will be back to serve. Wilkins, a freshman here on the Bearcat team, and there's a mistake. Service error on Kearney. Westside's lead up to 3.
Okay, we're getting down to that crucial time right now where the points are huge for both teams, and Westside really needs to keep the advantage here and close out this set.
Gahn checks in, she'll be back to serve. Floater shot back into the back row. That'll be set over. Mallon tosses it over. Off the blocker, Brislin keeps it over. Lamb tosses it over. Setting up the Bearcats, and that has to be tossed over by Luke. Good chance here for the Warriors. Brislin off Luke's hands. Another free chance coming for the Warriors here. Godinez will set it. And in the middle, Lamb tip shot. That gets down. Isabella Lamb, good smart tip shot.
Isabella Lamb is the most accurate player on the Westside team. 25% of her shots are good, and that's one of them right there.
That'll lead us to a break after this timeout on the WTV Live Network. We'll be back in just a minute. And we'll welcome here back on the WTV Live Network. Westside up 20-16 here in the first set. Westside will have the serve. Catherine Gahn will be on the back line. A little bit of a delay. Referee talking to the desk, and we get the okay from the 2 referees, and Gahn is ready to serve. Her serve will be kept up by Luke. That's set to Helmbrecht. And off the block and out of bounds. There was a tip shot there from Helmbrecht. She's got a lot of points responsible here for the Bearcats early.
Yeah, that ball just went out of bounds there off the block.
Keely Crone checks into the game, and she'll be the one back to serve for Kearney. Her serve will catch the top of the net. Service ace for Keely Crone.
And it was a good timeout for Kearney. They regrouped, and they've scored the first 2 points after that timeout, and I've pulled it within 2 here.
Cron will be back to serve once again. That one will be kept up by Godinez, set by Snyder to Lamb. Another tip shot. That one will be set, tossed over. Here's a chance for the Warriors. Snyder sets it to Lamb, and off the dig, and into the wall. No chance for the Bearcats. Point Warriors, 21-18.
That one went up into the rafters, up in the lights here at the Westside Gym. And that helped the Warriors, and now they're up by 3. Only need 4 more points to win this first set.
Back to serve will be one of the 2 Lamb sisters on the team. This one will be Madeline back to serve. We get the okay. Lamb will dribble the ball a couple times, and here's Lamb's serve. Line drive straight into the back row. That one will be set. Has to be tossed over by the Bearcats. That one will be set up to Snyder. Brislin on the far side, a little behind her. Set to Mallon on the far side, and that'll be off the net and down. Point Warriors.
Okay, the Warriors only need 3 more points here. They've got a 4-point advantage. They need to close it out here to take the lead in this match.
First set is always the most important, Ross. A little bit of substitutions from the Bearcats.
Yeah. It's crucial you just get in the minds of the opponents. It's so tough.
Lamb will serve for the Warriors. Line drive served straight at Franzen. That'll be set to Vanderbeek. She'll toss it over. Snyder sets it to Godinez, and that one just sails just past the back line. That was close.
Yeah, it was really close. That's the attack mode of this Westside team. They like to do that, attack, get the kills as much as they can. They'll send it way back in that back row.
Back to serve for Kearney. Hallie Clark. Bearcats down 3. Down to the tightrope of set number 1. Kept up by Lamb. Snyder will set it to Brislin, and strong serve off the blocker and out. Westside to 23-19 now.
Yeah, Eleanor's just not a server. She can play up front too. Great kill by the senior. Great to see that.
Paymal will check into the game. Westside might look to go to her here to close out the first set. Brislin serve for the Warriors. Line drive straight at Mallon. That'll be set to Vanderbeek, and off the blockers and down. Vanderbeek finally getting involved here in the first set.
Good block up there by Westside, just fall on the wrong side of the net for them, but I like that aggressive play up front.
Back to serve, Paige Mullen. Her serve down by 3. Good save by Lamb. Snyder will set it. Franzen will have to toss it over. Kubat keeps it up. Gon will set it to Lamb. Off Luke's hands. Franzen once again, and that's off the side of her hand. Will now get set point here for the Warriors, up by 4.
And who comes out? The freshman to serve for set point.
They've really been relying on her early here after Peyton Meyer went out with that ACL injury, and boy has Snyder stepped up. Snyder serve kept up by Franzen. That'll be set to Vanderbeek in the middle. Tip shot, close for the pancake there by Kubat, but she's unable to get under it. Kearney cuts the lead to 3.
Still set point for the Warriors here. Played a little defense, see what they can do.
Luke back to serve for the Bearcats. And that one will be out. Westside will take set number 1 on the service air. Westside takes the first set, 25-21. Good set by both teams there, though, Ross.
I'll tell you what, Westside really came out to play. They took the lead at 3-2. They maintained it the rest of the way, but Kearney came within a point twice in that first set when it was 11-10 and 12-11. But then Westside kind of pulled away, held about a 3-point advantage, and ended up winning that first set 25-21. Good start for the Warriors.
We're going to take a break here on the WTV Live Network, and when we come back, we'll have set number 2. welcome back here on the WTV Live Network. A-4 District semifinal game. Westside took the first set, 25-21.
And Westside really played well throughout that match. They took the lead at 3-2, and they maintained that the rest of the way. But Kearney came up a couple times to pull within 1 point, never tied it up. And Westside kind of maintained about a 3-point advantage and held on to win by 4. So it was pretty close that first set. Kearney has come to play here after their 3-hour drive from out west to here to Westside's gym. They arrived here about 5:15 and warmed up. So that's always difficult when you travel that distance and play.
We'll start here. Set number 2, 0-0, fresh game. Hallie Clark back to serve for the Bearcats. That one will be kept up by Lamb, set by Gone. Brislin, powerful kill, but dug up. Mallon tosses it over. Kubat will set it to Brislin. Tip shot from Brislin, that's kept up by Lamb will set it over. There's the other Lamb in the middle. Madeline Lamb, she'll get blocked down. Point Kearney, they'll start off with the first point here again.
Yeah, that girl up front for Kearney, number 22, Sophie Vanderbeek. She's their big player, one of the top blockers in the state, ranked second in Class A.
Clark will serve once again for the Bearcats. That one's kept up by Kubat. Gone sets it to Godinez. And we'll get a violation on the Bearcats. Westside will tie this set up at 1.
Well, that's what Westside needs to do. They're very strategic in their planning on this play, and they're ready for this Kearney team.
Back to serve is Eleanor Brislin. Floater shot. Kearney will keep it up. And there's Helmbrecht. She'll get blocked down. Point Westside.
Yeah, I think it was Ashlyn on that block. She is so good up there front. She is 6'2", and I'll tell you what, she's a tall order up there. Very difficult to get the ball past.
Brislin will continue to serve for the Warriors. And that one sails out of bounds, barely out of bounds, and we'll have another tie game here at 2.
Yeah, you never see Eleanor do that too much. She has 43 aces this year, and that one just missed, just a little long, and now we're all tied up at 2-all.
Back to serve, Paige Mallon. That one will be kept up by Kubat. Set over to Lamb, and there's a tip shot. She timed those blockers just perfectly. Westside takes the lead here by 1.
I'll tell you what, that was perfect. Just sailed it past the front line, and the ball just landed there where nobody was for Kearney, and Westside's back in the lead.
Back to serve is the freshman Snyder. There's a strong line drive serve straight at Luke. And there's the strong Sophie Vanderbeek up front. She's really getting it going now.
Yeah, she is such a good player for this Kearney team, one of the better players in the state, and that's why Kearney's here in this district play in the semis.
Back to serve is Luke, and there's her serve straight in the net. Sadie Luke, service air. Westside takes the lead 4-3.
Yeah, coaches hate to see that when you serve right into the net. Serving long's okay, but going into the net, that's difficult.
Godinez's serve is kept up by Luke, and that's set to Helmbrecht. And that one will say touch the ground. Kearney will get the point, and we'll have another tie game here at 4.
Yeah, Kearney's hanging tough again. I mean, they are really playing this Warrior team tough. They're not letting them get too far ahead. And this set is still tied up at 4-all.
Lydia Nippling back to serve for the Bearcats. The serve is kept up by Lamb, set by Snyder. Luke will set it to Franzen. And that's a good kill there from Franzen. Gets down. Kearney will take the lead now.
Yeah, gives them some confidence now. They're in the lead now, 5-4 by just a point, but that really gives them a boost of confidence against Westside.
Nippling serve for the Bearcats. Snyder will set it on the far side to Lamb. And there's a good kill. Madeline Lamb gets her hands on the game. She'll tie the game up at 5.
Yeah, Madeline just really strong up there at front. She does such a good job, and great to see her. Only a sophomore, Madeline.
Paymal will serve for the Warriors. It's kept up by Franzen. Set right back to her. And it'll be off the blockers and out of bounds. Kearney will jump back up ahead, 6-5.
Yeah, it's hard to see this Kearney team not going away. They are very stubborn. They want to play these Warriors. They want to stay alive in this district play, and they're doing a terrific job.
Kearney's serve will be kept up by Kubat. Lamb on the close side now, and that's off the block and out. Westside ties it right back up.
That hit off Kearney's hand and just went out of bounds on the near side of the court by about a foot. And now we're all tied up again.
Go back and forth here in set number 2.
Yeah, nobody has just seemed to break away here in this second set. It's just been like ping pong, back and forth.
Gahn checks into the game, and she'll be back to serve. That one will be kept up by Mullen. Set and miscommunication. Poor set there by the Bearcats. Westside will take that point.
Yeah, that set just went a little too short and into the net, and Westside got it, and now they're serving.
Kubat will continue to serve. Franzen will keep that one up. Kearney back in rotation here. Mullen has to toss it over, kept up by Godinez. Set by Gahn. And Brislin tosses it over, and that's chasing out of bounds. Westside will now jump ahead by 2, 8-6.
Great little push shot by Eleanor. She just kind of got it over that back line, and Kearney was unable to get it. And now the Warriors will go up by 2.
Somebody finally jumping ahead. Gahn will serve. There's a floater shot that's kept up. And there's a poor dig, and Isabella Lamb will toss it straight back to the ground. Westside jumps up to 3 now.
Great little block and little tap down there by Isabella. Did a great job.
Gahn will be back to serve for the Westside Warriors. Gahn serve, kept up by Luke. That'll be set to Mullen, and Mullen's kill attempt will sail out of bounds. Westside's lead is now up to 4.
Yeah, this is their biggest lead of this set. Remember, in the first set, their biggest lead was 4. So this is not a blowout by any means by this Westside team against Kearney.
Continuing to serve is Gahn. That'll be kept up by the Bearcats and has to be tossed over. Chance coming here for the Warriors. We'll have a violation. Point Warriors. The ball did not go on the right side of the stick here. Lands on the outside of the stick, has to stay on the inside, so Westside will take the point, now have their largest lead at 5.
Yeah, that's hard to see from up here, but the officials can see it.
Gahn serve into the back row, kept up by Luke. That's set to Helmbrecht in the middle, kept up by the Warriors. Kubat will set it to Brislin, and she tosses it in the back row. A bit of miscommunication there by Kearney, and Westside will now double Kearney's score. 6-point lead, 12-6. We're going to take a break here on the WTV Live Network with Westside up 6 points in set number 2. Welcome back here on the WTV Live Network. Ross Jernstrom with me. I'm Zach Kastrick. Westside up 12-6 here in the second set. Gahn has been on a serve train, and she'll continue it here. That'll be kept up by Luke on the Bearcats, and that's a poor dig. No chance for Kearney to set that one. Westside's lead up to 7 now.
Yeah, Westside was up 8-6, and now they have scored 5 points in a row. They're on a big winning streak here. 5 points in a row for the Warriors.
Same person on all of these points continues to serve, Catherine Gahn. Her serve, and she'll get an ace there as it bounces off the back wall. Westside's lead to 8. They just keep maximizing that lead.
I'll tell you what, she's thrilled though. Not one of the bigger players on the team, but boy, can she serve.
Catherine Gaughan serve straight to Malin once again. That'll be set in the middle. Helmbrecht ends the Warrior streak there. The lead cut in half now, 14-7.
But that was great for the Warriors, 6 points in a row to take a big lead here in this second set and kind of set the tone.
Checking into the game is Keely Cron, and she'll be the one serving for the Bearcats. That serve will be kept up by Godinez. Gaughan sets it to Lamb, off the blockers in the top of the net. Westside will take that point, lead right back to 8.
Yeah, Lamb hit the net and it just kind of rolled down the side of the net and into an open spot on Kearney's side of the court, and another point, and now it's an 8-point lead.
Madeline Lamb back to serve for the Westside Warriors. That serve kept up by Franzen. Set over to Vanderbeek, and there she is again. Sophie Vanderbeek's name, once again, we're hearing her a lot tonight.
Yeah, she is such a good player for this Kearney team. One of the top blockers in the state, ranked 2nd in Class A. And after watching her in these first 2 sets, we can understand why.
Hallie Clark will be the one to serve for the Bearcats. That serve is kept up by Land. Gaughan races over to keep it alive, and Kubat tosses it over. Set to Vanderbeek, and Vanderbeek's kill attempt is off the blockers and down. The Westside's lead down to 6 now.
Not much the Warriors could do there.
Clark once again back to serve for Kearney. Down by 6, her serve is kept up by Lamb. Gaughan sets it to Brislin. Off Franzen's dig to Lamb, and Lamb will get that kill off of Franzen's dig. Lead to 7 now.
Warriors still maintaining that kind of a 6-7 point margin.
Eleanor Brislin, the team leader in aces, she'll be back to serve. Mullen will keep that one up. That's set to Vanderbeek, and Vanderbeek is blocked. Godinez and Lamb combine up front.
Tatum was up there. I mean, she really got up there and got a great block right there. Terrific point for the Warriors. Now up by 8.
Familiar face back to serve. Eleanor Brislin. That floater's off the top of the net and down. Little bit of luck maybe there, Ross, on that one.
It is the Warriors' night, and luck brings your point right there, and that's good for the Warriors as they take an 18-9 lead here in the second set.
We're going to take a break here on the WTV Live Network. Westside up 18-9 here in set number 2. Welcome here on the WTV Live Network. I'm Zach Kastrick. I'm joined by Ross Jernstrom here for A-4 District Semifinal, Westside Kearney. Westside up 18-9 here in set 2. And Vanderbeek will get the kill out of the timeout. Kearney cuts the lead to 8.
Yeah, that was tough. That was a great kill right there for Kearney. And they're closed back into with an 8.
Back to serve Paige Mullen. She leads the team in kills this year. That one will be kept up by Kubat. Gaughan sets it to Lamb, and her spike will sail out of bounds. Kearney's deficit down to 7 now.
They're not letting Westside cruise through this set right here. They're hanging tough.
Mullen serve, or be kept up by Lamb. Gaughan sets it to Paymao in the middle. Mullen will dig that one. Luke sets it. Franzen tosses it over. Miscommunication there by the Warriors. It lands in the center of 4 or 5 Warriors.
Well, there were 3 Warriors up at the net thinking they're going to block it, and Kearney just tipped it over that front line and landed in no man's land, and It's a point for Kearney.
Mullen serve. Good set there from Snyder. She bumps into the net. But we'll have a violation on Kearney. Kearney was the one that actually bumped into the net there. So Westside will take that point, and their lead is up to 7 now. And the freshman, Carrington Snyder, she'll be back to serve.
Now watch her line drive serves, folks. She just barely gets it over the net. And it's really a hard hit. See it?
That line drive serve will be kept up by Mullen. Franzen with the kill attempt. That'll be kept up by Lamb. Snyder sets it to Paymau, and Ashlyn Paymau, she'll get the kill there on the far side. Big, powerful arm, and that's why she's going to Creighton.
And that's the way you draw it up. You get the set, and then Ashlyn's over there on the outside, and just a perfect set, and she just hit a rocket. No way to get that one back.
Snyder's serve for the Warriors. It's a line drive serve, barely kept up. Franzen, her kill attempt into the net and down. Still getting back into the swing of things is Franzen after she's coming back off an injury.
Yeah, you can tell that she's really struggling there. They've had a lot of balls into the net, and that's been to Westside's advantage.
Snyder's line drive serve kept up by Luke. And Vanderbeek, that'll sail out of bounds on her. Westside's lead up to 10, the largest in this set.
Yeah, they can close it out here. They won the first set, 25-21.
This is a much bigger lead for the Warriors. And that line drive serve, as you said, Ross, barely gets over. And that one really, truly did barely get over.
Yeah, she hits it so hard that if it hits the net, it's going to go on the other side because that's all the momentum with the ball, and she's very good at this.
Snyder's serve gets over the net, and there's another ace there. Carrington Snyder, she's really having a game for us.
I'll tell you what, for a freshman, she's having the game of her life tonight. Just hits rockets on that serve. Set point.
We're clapping from the fans, and Snyder's serve, line drive, Mallon will keep it up, and that's set to Vanderbeek. Lamb will keep it up here for Godinez, and that's off the blocker and down. The Westside Warriors take set number 2, 25-12, and boy, was that a dominant set for the Warriors.
Boy, I tell you, it was tough at the start. It was very close. It was tied 6-all, back and forth, and then Westside started to pull away. They opened up a 12-6 lead, and then they ran off 6 straight points, and it really helped them in the middle of that set, and they go on to win 25-12, and now they're up 2-0. If they win this next set, they win the match, and they go to the finals of this A-4 district.
We're going to take a quick break here on the WTV Live Network. When we come back, set number 3, Westside leading 2-0. Welcome back here on the WTV Live Network. I'm Zach Kastrick. I'm joined by Ross Jernstrom tonight. Westside, they jump out to a 2-0 set lead after a very dominant second set.
Yeah, if you're just joining us, Westside won the first set 25-21. It was a very close set. But in the second set, Westside dominated and won 25-12. This is a best of 5 match, so if the Warriors win this set, they take the match. And it'll be Westside to serve, and who else? Eleanor Brislin.
Brislin, she'll be back to serve. 0-0 here, set number 3. Brislin's floater shot off the top of the net. We've seen that a couple tonight, Ross. Off the top of the net, service ace for Eleanor Brislin.
She's got such a great touch, and that's why she leads the team in aces. She's got about 47 now, and just does a great job there behind the line.
Brislin serve, line drive this time. Mullen keeps it up. That's set to Vanderbeek in the middle. Blocked, letting Gone keep it up. Set to Paymal on the far side, and she'll be blocked. Ashlyn Paymal's blocked up front by Sophie Vanderbeek.
Yeah, all the Westside players were up front there, just an open space after that block, and Kearney's on the scoreboard, 1-all.
Mullen is back to serve. 1-1 here in set number 1. Lamb keeps that up, and there's Godinez in the middle. Bearcats will set it to Vanderbeek. And Godinez once again, and that one will sail out of bounds on her. Tatum Godinez can't keep that one in bounds.
And Kearney takes the lead.
It's kind of what we saw here in set number 2. Little back and forth to beginning it, and Westside pulled away very quickly. Paige Mullen, she'll be back to serve here for the Bearcats. Mullen serve, that's kept up by the Warriors. Good set there from Gone. Bearcats will set it over to Franzen, and she'll have to toss it over. Chance here for the Warriors. And there's a good toss shot. Catherine Gone paying attention. Good throw over there to get the point, 2-2.
Catherine Gone, just a heads-up play right there. Just a little dump shot over the net by the setter, and that's just a great play.
Checking in, Carrington Snyder, that freshman we've been talking about. There's her line drive serve straight at Mallon in the corner. And Vanderbeek tosses it over. Snyder will set it to Godinez, and that's off the bottom of Godinez's hands into the net. Kearney takes the lead 3-2.
Just a little miss hit there by Tatum, but she is so good up front. Kearney still maintains the lead here.
Back to serve for the Bearcats, Sadie Luke. Luke serve with her team up by 1 here in set 3. Snyder will set it to Paymal. Good dig there from Luke. And miscommunication makes the Bearcats toss it over. Paymal gets a chance here again. Franzen for the Bearcats, and that one's out of bounds, headed straight for Coach Worley. He dodges that though.
Yeah, that was quite a rocket over there, across the net, going out of bounds.
Tatum Godinez, one of the Westside seniors. Her serve will be kept up by Franzen, and that one's up towards the net. And McKenna, Ferguson, and Lamb combine up front for Westside. They now take the lead 4-3.
Yeah, Ferguson leads the team in blocks, and she is so good up there up front, just a little dump shot.
Godinez's line drive serve can't be kept up by Avery Franzen. A little bit of a struggle there for Franzen as she's coming back from that injury, still getting into the swing of things. Godinez serve for the Warriors. Line drive serve off the top of the net once again.
Whoa.
And we see it once again. It's off the top of the net, leading to a Warriors ace.
Well, the server, when they hit the ball so hard like Tatum does and Snyder does, that it'll go on the other side when you hit it that hard.
Godinez's serve will be tossed right back over. Snyder sets it to Paymal on the far side. Powerful kill right down the line. Line drive shot by Ashlyn Paymal.
Yeah, that's why Ashlyn's one of the best players in the state. And the college recruiters like her, and that's why Kristen Bernthal Booth has recruited her, and now she's going to the Blue Jays next year.
And there's an ace from Tatum Godinez, another ace here for the Westside Warriors. That's 2 in a row for Tatum Godinez, and the Westside's lead will be up to 5.
Yeah, and Warriors are starting to open it up here. Last set, it was very close early. Now they're starting to open it up.
Godinez serve kept up by the Bearcats this time. And Kearney has to toss it right back over. Free chance here for the Warriors. Snyder sets it to Paymal, off the blockers. And chance here for the Bearcats. And the kill attempt will be kept up. Westside rallies to keep it alive. Luke will keep it up. And that's set in the middle to Helmbrecht. McKenna Ferguson keeps it up. Godinez will set it to Lamb. And Lamb gets blocked there. A little bit of a deep set there.
Yeah,
and Kearney will get the block.
It was about 6 feet away from the net. Kind of a tough shot for Lamb. And then Kearney got the blocks. And now they're back to within 4.
Lydia Nippling back to serve for the Kearney Bearcats. They're down by 4 here in set 3. Lamb keeps it up. Snyder will set it to Paymal in the middle. Powerful kill there, but that's kept alive. And net violation there on Kearney. Westside's lead up to 5. Boy, was that a powerful kill from Paymal. And good job.
I couldn't believe they returned it. But, you know, great dig there by the Bearcats.
Paymal's serve will be kept up by Mullen. Set over. And they're off Paymal's hands. The kill will go to the Bearcats.
The National will take the bench. Looked like that one could have gone out, but Westside tried to get it back. And now it's Kearney serving with a 4-point deficit.
Back to serve, Jamie Wilkins for the Bearcats down by 4. And that one will sail out of bounds. Service error on the Kearney Bearcats. Westside right back to 5-point lead.
Notice Westside's really starting to substitute here. Remember, they still have a match tomorrow night. You want to keep those legs fresh here.
Those subs is Catherine Gaughan and checking in first game for the first time. Liv Oddbody for the Warriors. Gaughan serve kept up by Luke. Set to Helmbrecht in the middle. Off Gaughan's hands. Godinez keeps it alive, and Kubat tosses it far over. Good rally there by the Warriors. Helmbrecht's kill, and that's out of bounds. That is all courtesy to the big rally there, keeping it alive by Tatum Godinez, and Kubat far shot over the net. Back to serve is Gaughan. That's kept up. And there's an ace there by the Westside Warriors and Catherine Gaughan. That'll be a timeout for the Kearney Bearcats, down by 7 here in set number 3 on their last hopes of the season. We'll be right back with set number 3 action. Welcome back here on the WTV Live Network. I'm Zach Kastrick. I'm joined by Ross Jernstrom. Westside up 12-5 here in set number 3. Kearney here with a chance, but they have to toss it right back over. Gaughan will set it to Kubat. Kubat to Lamb. Chance here for the Bearcats. Helmbrecht in the middle. Toss shot kept up by Kubat. And Lamb with the kill kept up by Luke. And over to Mallon. Good little tip shot, but Warriors keep it alive. Lamb on the close side. And that will be off the dig and into the bench. Good save there, diving into the bench. But that leaves it wide open for Eleanor Brislin, but that one sails out of bounds. What a race there by Lydia Nippling to keep that one alive, diving into the Bearcat bench.
You got to hand it to Kearney there. Great energy. pursued that one all the way beyond the bench. She dove over some girls and made the save. Great point by Kearney.
Godinez digs it up. There's Lamb, and that's into the net. And we can feel the momentum and energy shifting here in the gym now, Ross.
Yeah, they're coming back, Kearney. They had that great time for a timeout. Great decision there, and they've won a couple points.
The serve from the Bearcats will be kept up by Kubat. Gon sets it to Oddbody, and Oddbody will get her first kill of the game as it goes off the blockers and down.
Great to see Liv go up there and get that point, coming off the bench and getting it, and Westside goes back up by 6 right now.
And Sky Miller checks into the game for the first time for the Warriors, seeing a little bit of players that don't get a ton of playing time here. Liv Oddbody, Sky Miller now in the game. There's the serve from Lamb. Luke tosses it over to Mullen, and she'll have to dig that one over the net. Good set there from Gon, but it's blocked, and Miller has to toss it over for the Warriors. Chance here for the Bearcats, and there's Vanderbeek. They'll be off the block and out of bounds. Westside's lead to 5 now.
Yeah, Westside's made some substitutions. You know, they're kind of out of their sync a little bit in the backcourt, but they'll maintain that lead.
Back to serve for the Bearcats. Number 15, Hallie Clark. That'll be kept up by Lamb. Set by Gon to Miller. And Miller with her first kill attempt of the game. That one will go into the net. Kearney's lead deficit to 4 now.
But it's great to see some of these reserves get in there and get some action.
Clark with her serve. That one will be kept up by the Warriors. Gon sets it to Miller once again. That one will be kept up by Luke. And Vanderbeek tosses it over. Rally there from the Warriors, and Lamb will toss it over. Mallon with the tip shot, and that's down. And boy, do we get a burst of energy from the Kearney Bearcat fans and bench after that one. The lead down to 3.
Yeah, they're all fired up. The fans are fired up for Kearney. They're standing up and cheering on their kids, and great atmosphere here in the district semifinals.
The Kearney fans really traveled well, considering that long drive time to get here to Westside. And Gon will set it to Brislin, and Brislin, that sails out of bounds. Westside's lead down to 2 now. Kearney going on a run here.
Yeah, Westside was up 13-7. They have scored 4 straight points. It's now 13-11. Kearney's making a run.
Clark serve here for the Warriors, and she ends the run on her own with the service air. Westside will gain the serve back. The lead up to 3.
Yeah, Ashlyn Paymal comes onto the court right now, the big hitter for the Warriors, to help them kind of expand this lead.
Brislin's serve after she just checks into the game. And Mallon with a kill attempt, and that's off Brislin's hands. Bounces off the rim of the basketball court, and Sky Miller tosses it over. Lucky break there for the Warriors. And Vanderbeek, she'll get blocked and down. Westside with a really lucky break off the basketball rim.
Yeah, there's a basketball rim that is at the top of the gymnasium ceiling, and it hit off the glass backboard and bounced way back towards the net, towards Westside, and they were able to get it back.
Brislin's serve kept up by Mullen. Over to Vanderbeek. Kearney once again with a chance as Luke has to toss it over. Paymal, after she checks right back into the game. A dig there for the Bearcats. Up a skirmish at the net. Westside with the point after a little bit of back and forth up at the top of the net.
Yeah, after they had closed to within 3 points, Westside now back up by 5. Trying to expand that lead some more here with Brislin serving.
Brislin's serve off the top of the net once again. Boy, have we seen that a lot here tonight.
Well, that's why she serves so much. She's so good at that.
That leads to a Kearney timeout down by 6. Last hopes of the season for the Kearney Bearcats. That leads us to a break here on the WTV Live Network. Welcome here back on the WTV Live Network A-4 District Semifinal. I'm Zach Kastrick, Jernstrom alongside me. Westside up 17-11 here in the third set. The Kearney Bearcats chance. That'll be tossed over. Brislin keeps it alive. Gahn sets it to Miller. And Miller will get her first kill of the game. Everybody getting on the action. Sky Miller.
I'll tell you what, she's got to love that, getting that point. That was so great for her. Brooklyn Miller, junior.
Serve there by the Warriors, and there's a block for the Warriors. Ashlyn Paymal and Liv Oddvadi combine up front. Westside's lead up to 8. Boy, is Kearney on their last hopes of their final game here.
Those are some tall ladies up front for the Warriors right now, all around 6 feet.
Brislin serve for the Warriors. They're up by 8. Luke will keep that one alive, and free chance here coming for the Warriors. Lamb digs it up. There's Paymal, and that's off the block and down. Ashlyn Paymal will get another kill here in this game.
I tell you what, Ashlyn Paymal is about 6 meters back from the net, and she takes a running jump, and when she connects, it's really hard to get it back. 2011 Westside up by 9.
Eleanor Brislin serve. That's kept up by Mullen. Mullen will get it again here on the far side. Tip shot kept up by Brislin. Gahn sets it to Paymal, and it'll be off Franzen's hands and out of bounds. Ashlyn Paymal with back-to-back kills.
Now Westside takes their biggest lead of this set, 10 points, up 21-11. They can wrap up this match with 4 more points.
Brislin looking to grow the lead. She'll be back to serve once again. Floater serve this time, kept up by Vanderbeek. She gets it right back off the blockers, Paymal's hands, and into the bench. Student section, point Bearcats.
Yeah, there are a few people from the red shield here.
Now back to serve for the Bearcats. They're down by 9 on their last leg. Paige Mullen. Mullen serve, kept up by Miller. Gahn sets it to Paymal in the middle. Boy, did she get up and spike that one down hard.
That was nice.
And we see that freshman once again as Gahn checks out. Snyder checks in. They rotate. And Snyder's serve, line drive serve, kept up by Luke. And there's the kill attempt, and off the blockers. And that actually hit the net.
Yeah,
so Westside will
hit.
get the point there, 23-12. 2 points away here from heading to the A-4 district final.
And wouldn't it be nice for a freshman to serve the winning points right here?
Carrington Snyder, she'll be back to serve. Float shot this time. That one's kept up by Luke. And Vanderbeek, she gets the kill there. Sophie Vanderbeek, she's been a little bit quiet in this third set, but she gets the kill there. Hallie Clark back to serve for the Kearney Bearcats. They're down by 10 here, set number 3. And that one's kept up by Kubat. Set by Snyder to Miller in the middle, and she got blocked and down. A good kill there from Miller, but that's off the blockers. Kearney still hanging around here, 23-14 now. Luke's serve, and ace there for Sadie Luke. She's been on a little bit of a hot streak here now.
They don't want to go away. The Bearcats still trying to stay alive.
This is their season. This game right here. Kubat keeps it up. Snyder will set it, and we're going to have a setting violation. Bearcats will get that point. Continuing to hang around. They're on a little bit of a run now.
Yeah, 4 points in a row for the Bearcats. Trying to stay alive here.
Luke's serve, kept up by Miller. Snyder sets it to Ferguson, and she'll toss that one, and it's out of bounds. 5 straight points now for the Bearcats, lead down to 6.
They make that 5 points in a row now for Kearney. Just on a roll here.
Luke once again the person to serve, and off the top of the net. Kearney gets their fair share of those service aces now off the top of the net.
And Westside's going to call a timeout. First time of the match.
First time of the game, Westside will call a timeout. Their lead down to 5 here in set number 3 as Kearney rattles off some points. And we'll be back here on the WTV Live Network. Welcome back here on the WTV Live Network. I'm Zach Kastrick, Ross Jernstrom. Set number 3 action here, 23-18, Warriors lead. Paymau, she'll get that kill coming out of the timeout. Westside gets a much-needed end. And here, match point for Westside to head to the A-4 District Finals tomorrow night.
And it'll be Brooklyn Miller to serve match point, the junior who came off the bench.
Sky Miller back to serve for the Westside Warriors. Her serve here, match point. That's kept up by Mullen. Set over to Helmbrecht. And Helmbrecht keeps the Kearney Bearcats alive here. 19-24, Westside's lead.
A lot of emotions going through this Kearney team. Their final, probably set match of the season right here.
Lydia Nippling back to serve with Kearney on their last leg. Kubot keeps it alive, set by Snyder to Paymau, and Ashlyn Paymau will end the Kearney Bearcats season. Westside advances to play tomorrow night at 6 o'clock in the A4 District Final.
So the Warriors win in straight sets, 3-0, 25-21, 25-12, and 25-19. The Warriors pick up their 24th win of the season, and they'll play in the district finals tomorrow night on Wednesday at 6 o'clock here at Westside against the winner of the Omaha Central Gretna game, which is being played right now in Gretna.
We will have that game covered for you guys here on the WTV Live Network tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. We're going to take a quick break here. When we come back, we'll have the player or players of the game. Welcome back here on the WTV Live Network. I'm with Carrington Snyder. She's been called up recently to the varsity team this year after Peyton Meyer went down with an ACL injury, and you have stepped up really well this year in her spot. How hard has that been for you?
I mean, it's been pretty difficult, but I have quite a good team around me, and they've just been really supportive and helping me understand every single thing I have to do. They've been really welcoming, and I think that's made it so easy for me.
And then you guys took the win tonight over the Bearcats in 3 straight sets. What worked so well for you guys tonight?
I think we just found a way to connect, and what we're practicing is really working well, and I think that's what's going to get us so far in this tournament.
And tomorrow in the district finals, you'll have Omaha Central or Gretna. That game's being played right now. What are you guys planning on doing tomorrow night?
Well, we're assuming Gretna's going to win, and we know they're going to try to mess us up again like they have been. So we're just going to be ready and low and on our feet and ready for anything they're going to put at us.
Thank you, Carrington. Go enjoy this win, and good luck tomorrow night.
Thank you.
Welcome back here on the WTV Live Network. We'll have a second player of the game, the other setter on this team, Catherine Gahn. You have also had to fill in a big role after Peyton Meyer went down this year. How hard has that been for you?
I think for me it's been an easy transition because the team's got my back. So the entire time, just they were always supporting me.
And then you guys took it in 3 straight sets tonight over Kearney. What was working so well for you guys?
I think just our enthusiasm, we wanted to push. Like, we need to get our momentum going for tomorrow versus Gretna, so we knew we had to push in this game.
And then you guys faced that winner of Omaha Central versus Gretna. I know Snyder just said she's expecting Gretna to win, you as well. What are you guys planning to do tomorrow night versus Gretna or Central?
We got to keep our momentum up, and we got to know what the other team's doing. Like, we got to stay on our toes. They're a very scrappy team, and we should respect that.
Thank you. Enjoy this win, and good luck tomorrow night versus Gretna or Omaha Central.
Thank you so much.